Hey everyone, it's PMO Joe, and I'm here with another Project Management Minute, today joined by Charity Carr.
Hello.
So Charity, what is your nickname?
My nickname is C. Ray. My middle name is Ray. And so I find a lot of the time people shorten my name. And so either they call me C. Ray or my other nickname is CC because my name is Charity Carr. So those have resonated over the years.
Awesome. How about what's your school mascot?
That was a cougar.
BYU?
Oh, are we talking about college or high school?
Either one.
Well, for high school was a cougar, and for college, ASU. So
Okay.
Sun Devil.
And who has been your most influential mentor?
I would say a structural engineer that I started working with when I was 17. He taught me, he saw something in me that led to project management, and so with that, he just set me aside and he says, you really have these skills that are unique, and I want to elaborate on them. He's Mike Willis at Willis Engineering is that group, and so I would say when I think about influential people in my life, I would go back to that very first job that I had as a receptionist at the structural engineering firm, who the lead PE saw some talents in me and then just grew on those, and then it made me have confidence in myself, and then I just grew on those over the years.
Well, shout out to Mike.
Yeah,
awesome
shout
job.
out to Mike.
What's the favorite project you've ever worked on?
So I have a lot of projects, but I would have to hone in on a volunteer/donation project that I actually did with Carr Children's Medical Center. I worked for Hunt Construction at the time, and we were able to rally within Hunt and a variety of subcontractors and an architecture for bidding group architects, and they all donated materials and time in there. And my daughter, I think I formerly mentioned, is a cancer survivor, and so she had all of her treatments at Cardin's, and so they took a playroom and we renovated that playroom all on donations, and it is now named Tatum's Treehouse. So I would say, not to deviate a little bit, but I had a moment on that project that was most impactful, and it was a little boy in the elevator. We had tape up on the window, so they didn't know what was going on. They just knew that there was construction going on in there, and this little boy headed to surgery, and I was in the elevator with him, and he was asking me, his eyes were so big, he's going to do this scary thing, and he says, when is the playroom going to be open? What's going to be in there? And I just looked around, and the folks who were working with me, their eyes just watered up. And so when I go back to the most impactful, influential project, that's definitely that one.
That's a great story. Thanks for sharing. Which do you prefer, Agile or Waterfall?
We talked about this briefly before, and I'm going to shoot this back at you. If you could define both mythologies and what specifically each one means.
Well, I think we'll just say you're in the construction space.
Right.
And neither of these really resonate with you,
Mm-hmm.
because your construction process is not technology driven.
Right.
So we'll leave that at that for now. And then, are you a member of PMI and the local Phoenix chapter?
To be honest with you, until today, I hadn't heard of PMI. Now, I didn't realize too that I had been associated with PMI years ago. I did go through a PMP certification process,
Mm-hmm.
but to date, that was, that was maybe 8 years ago that I went through that certification, and I have not heard PMI mentioned in our industry since then. It doesn't seem like it's a prevalent connection to design and construction.
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate you being on
Thank
today.
you, Joe.
That has been the Project Management Minute.